Hey guys, happy Thursday, Friday Eve. Here I am back at the door. No, it is not early morning before my morning workout. I had business calls that started too early today for me to be comfortable with getting up early enough to get them all done in time to be recovered and all that stuff before my call. So I just pushed my workout off till later, and I'm gonna get a little bit for lunch. So today I'm gonna share a secret. It's not really a secret to people that really know me. Um, but often when I do post either here, what are we on Instagram or any other social media, or even my podcast, Symbol Athletica, normally you often see me talk in the context or in the timing of working out, right? I'm at the gym, coming from the gym, about to go get it done, just finished getting it done, and that's kind of when I tend to share, right? So, truth be told, is I'm never really talking about working out, right? Never really talking about working out, never really talking about losing weight, gaining muscle, never really talking about moving weight in the gym. Never really talking about those things, although I use those things as metaphors. I'm always talking about, though, the mindset required for you to break the gravity of who you have been in order to become who it is you want to become, right? I'm always talking about the mindset required to identify hard times as challenges, right? But also to identify challenges as necessary, right? I'm always trying to talk about the mindset required to grow past who we are. These are the things that I think that I'm talking about most of the time, right? It's never about the waist size, it's never about the six pack. But it is always about being able to look into our history as defining proof of our possible future, right? Always talking about that. I'm always talking about, looking at what we can do right now in the moment. And I'm always trying to remind myself and others that we are always and only ever in the moment of now, right? That's all we have, right? Those are the things that I think that I'm talking about when I hit the go live button. It's funny because I do a lot of things. I'm one of those, I just do a lot of things. I have multiple businesses, multiple projects. I try to stay consistent and active in my fitness lifestyle. But believe it or not, it's more to feed me having the energy and the wherewithal and the attitude to do the things outside of fitness. Fitness is just a great metaphor. It's a great platform and it's a great lifestyle to adopt, but it's also a very, very sobering metaphor that we can use for other areas of our lives. You will find that the things it requires to lose that stubborn 5, 15, 25, 35 pounds is very similar of the things that are required upon you, at least emotionally, to start a new venture, start a new business, get a new promotion, get a new skill set, build a new network, etc. It all requires some fundamental things. It requires us to, one, feel that we are worthy of those things and that those things are in fact attainable. It requires us to have a vision of this thing that has not yet come to pass. It requires us to be uncomfortable, to deal with that being uncomfortable, struggle, pain, whatever we want to call the being uncomfortable. And it also requires us to be consistent. Consistent, consistent, consistent. So I thought I'd let you in on that. So now you know the secret, right? Whenever you see me in the early morning dawn, about overcoming the battle to step out of that door into the cold or the warm or the hot or the heat. It's always whatever's out there is never perceived as being comfortable while I'm in here, right? Especially when it's going to be associated with getting some work done or some workout or challenging myself, right? So whenever you see me talk about, you see me in the gym, you see me, I like combat arts, combat sports too, right? So when you see me talk about the warrior and fighting, I'm not talking about fighting somebody in the ring. I'm talking about, fighting that fear you need to fight today, right? I'm talking about fighting that lesser version of yourself off that you need to subdue, have that person tap out so you can become who you want to become, right? Those are the things I'm talking about when I'm talking about the fighting and battles and challenges and prepares. And whenever you hear me talk about competing against, or I'm trying to defeat someone, or I'm trying to beat someone, that someone that I'm talking about is always myself. It's always me. It's a version of me. It's, it's the mindset that I talk about. I try to talk about consistently. It's the mindset that, will let you be that spark of light in the shadow that we bring forward from our past, right? Nobody's immune to any of this, right? I've been a startup guy now for more than 20 years. I have tons of startup friends, some constantly in the battle, some ultra successful, et cetera, but they all have a lot of things in common. What I found early in my career is that the people, and a startup is a tough thing. Don't let anybody online tell you how easy and painless that's going to be, right? They're not being totally transparent. So I found, though, that the mindset required to do that well is the same mindset I see that's required to be a champion in, you can fill in the blank in anything, in sports and competitive, whatever, in entertainment and in life. It's all the same mindset. It's all the same mindset, and they have some core components that they all share. And these are the things that I try to talk about in 1,000 different ways, hoping that I might stumble upon the way that makes you, I never thought about it like that. Because that subtle adjustment, that subtle distinction might be like cutting on a light switch. It's easy to push a switch in a dark room and suddenly the room is no longer dark. Not gradually, in an instant. And I think a lot of our personal missions are that. They work just like that. A slight difference in understanding might just change everything. So now you know my little secret, as you're going to see me continue to get up, to go out that door, and to run the miles, or to lift the weights, or to hit the bag, or to do all these other things that really I don't ever really feel like doing before I'm doing them, right? But I'm doing them for bigger reasons. I'm fighting the daily battles that I know everybody fights in their own way. I'm facing the daily fears that I know everybody faces in their own way. And I'm doing it out of the belief that part of my responsibility to myself, to staying true to myself, dedicated to myself, is knowing that it might just be somebody's observation of that. Not necessarily of me winning, but just me in it. Me doing it. Me fighting. Day in, day out. Day in, day out. That might just be that spark that makes you realize I can do that too. I can do that too. So, with that being said, gotta go through the door. Gotta go through the door, and don't let this smile fool you like it's something good out there that I'm going to do. But I do know that when I finish it on the other side of being uncomfortable, I always feel a little bit more certain, that I can, And that's an open-ended thing. And that's what's so freaking powerful and amazing and feel good. Just knowing, yeah, I can. And I can because I did. Hopefully that was making sense to some of you guys. Have a great, great week, and I will see you soon.